Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to be looking at the middle of November Love Tarot update for the sign of Leo. Alright Leos, let's get right into your cards. I've already been shuffling and meditating on your cards for quite some time. And for those of you who are new to my channel, you can go ahead and into the description and you will find links for your full moon reading, your weekly reading, and for the overall monthly love reading for Leo at the top of the description. All right, Leos. And for my regulars, thank you so much for stopping by. And this is just going to be a simplified Celtic spread version of the tarot spread. To look into where you're at this middle of the month period with regard to your love life, right? This may be for those of you who are single or those of you who are attached, and this may not resonate with every single Leo out there, and that's okay. All right, I myself have a moon in Leo, and so I resonate with these readings sometimes myself, even though I'm a Sagittarius. All right, guys. We're going to pull out your spread, and then we'll go ahead and get some clarifiers from the Thoth deck later on. All right, straight out we have Two of Cups. It's your center energy for this middle month, and covered by Four of Wands. Wow, here we go. All right, top of the card, of the deck, we have Five of Pentacles. That's in your foreground, in your focus. And in the back of your mind, you have the Lover's card showing up. Wow, okay. You come into this month with the Four of Swords, Leo, and you end this middle period. You come into with Four of Swords, and you end it end of November, coming into December with a Four of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, you have a Knight of Pentacles coming in. All right, guys. Get rid of that glare. All right, so, wow. Now, I was already saying, I just did the Aries reading, which was a really beautiful reading. Today, of course, is November 11th, and I'm doing this reading as well. And what shows up? The 1111 card. And I do have a link to my 1111 video where I talk about the essence of this card, why we call it 1111, why that's associated with the twin flame journey, etc. But anyway, and here you are again, Leo, 1111, Four of Wands showing up very nicely over a Two of Cups. How strong is that? Okay, Two of Cups, Four of Wands. Now, Four of Wands is, of course, 1111. Why? Because of the two wands that are mirrored. It really has nothing to do with the number 11. In fact, with Four of Wands, we talk about stability in a relationship, forming a stable union and celebrating it. It is Venus and Aries energy. So we're talking about the beginning of something beautiful and something that is full of love. Venus is the ruler of beauty and love, right? And Aries is the beginner, right? The great beginner, the principal, you know, the one that goes out into the world. And in this way, this is the beginning of a beautiful union, right? And we have Two of Cups, so coming together. Leo, you are coming together with someone. But in the foreground of your mind, and the conscious area of your mind, your focus right now is Five of Pentacles, and yet in the back of your mind, you're thinking about your love connection. So what is going on here? Five of Pentacles talks about being alienated from someone, having a split with someone, a bit of a power struggle. It's a power struggle that leaves you a little bit more worse off financially, right? And it's quite interesting because somewhere along the line, a financial split has affected your relationship. And interestingly enough, this was very similar to the reading for Aries. Aries also had a very strong love connection, but finances were interrupting. Now, here we're talking about finances because of a split from someone or a power struggle that has happened where you have been separated from someone. This could be your family, right? This could be a project that you've been working on Leo, there's something you were working on with someone else or another group of people or some kind of dynamic up here that involved an argument or a power struggle of some kind, and there was a split, right? There was a split. You have been thrown out of the group, as it were, right? You're now, if you resonate with this, these two characters are now outside the church. Everyone is still inside and they're carrying on, and it's a feeling of financial hardship. This is impacting your love connection here with this lovers. And so I want to say that this power dynamic that's happened, this power struggle is outside of your love connection. This is not with your lover. This is with someone outside of your love connection, but it absolutely is impacting your love life. It may be impacting your ability to commit further to this connection, because Four of Wands talks about an energy of wanting to stabilize and come together and commit, right? And to go out in the world. So this is the energy that's covering this mid-November for you, Leo. So you're wanting to stabilize this love connection. And you know in the back of your mind, lovers comes through in the back of your mind because you know that this love connection is a soulmate connection. This is a really strong connection. This is the one for you. And so this union, you're wanting to stabilize it, but you're worried about the money. You're worried about the money in some way. You're worried. You could be worrying that the money or something about financial issues could cause a split in this union for some reason as well. So you enter this month with a real kind of strategy sort of air about you, right? So you enter this middle of the month period, right, with this worry about money with a Four of Swords. You kind of retreat to your corner, you call a truce, and you begin to strategize. What's the best step forward? What is the best step forward for me to maintain my financial stability? And I want to say maintain because you kind of come into the energy of Four of Pentacles. And Four of Pentacles talks about, it is the card for greed and miserliness, right? But that greed and miserliness is just an extreme reaction to fear. Here we talk about fear of your money destabilizing, or fear of your money being threatened, right? The money that you've worked for, the stability that you've worked for in some way being threatened, because 4 is the number for stability. But here we have a threat to our stability. And this is what causes people to be miserly and greedy, right? Is fear. And so this is what I mean by the deeper essence of the card. So you go into a period where you're wanting to maintain your stability or protect it because you're afraid of it being threatened. And so you really are trying to strategize how to go forward. You do have the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and that really indicates that right now you are trying, and there's your King of Cups. Right now you're really trying to achieve a certain goal, right? And it could very well be, Leo, that you're in the middle of trying to achieve a business goal or a career goal. And this achievement of this goal is what is right now sort of impacting your love life. You either don't have enough energy for both, or you feel that somehow something about this this business or this money or this financial level that is coming in, you feel will impact your connection. Now let's go ahead and get some clarifiers so I can get a little bit deeper and see exactly why this is happening. Let's see with the Thoth deck, because it's a strange feeling that you would have such a nice connection with someone, but that this feeling of threat would be here. And also this feeling of wanting to strategize, of wanting to make the right step. It's a feeling of wanting to make the right step so that not only your love life is safe, but your money situation is safe too. It could be that you're in a connection with someone where right now everything is going great, but it could be that you guys maybe don't live together, for instance, right? And maybe you are right now dealing with your own kind of financial issues, and you don't want to bring them into the relationship because you don't want your relationship to be impacted by it. Do you see what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, you know what I mean? It's you're in a relationship that's really a good connection, but you don't want it to be tainted somehow by financial issues that you have right now, which you are working on because you are on your way to it. Do you see what I'm saying? Could be that, for instance, an example would be like if you're really starting to open a business right now, or you're just starting a new career, and you're just not at that place that you want to be financially before you get married or before you move in or something like that with your lover. And so you're really kind of wanting to make the right moves in your career, but at the same time, you're wanting to make the right moves to preserve this love connection. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's the feeling that I'm getting here. Let's go ahead and pull out your clarifiers. Seven of Wands and a Chariot. Seven of Swords and wealth coming in. So this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so bottom of the deck, we have Two of Cups again. All right, so the Two of Cups is reaffirmed here with the soft deck. We have Two of Cups, all right? So that's a reaffirmation that right now at the heart of all this is that you really want to maintain your love union, despite the fact that you are indeed in the middle of a very big sort of career, business, or financial move, okay? Now, let's clarify this. Yes, you have been, I'm going to say you have probably most recently been in a state where you haven't had a lot of money. You've been working your way back up, and it's been whatever endeavor you've been in that you've been using to work your way back up has really been one that has been close to your heart and one that you've really struggled for. Seven of Wands is valor, it's bravery, but it's bravery in a creative way. This happens when, for instance, you know that you have a great idea and you're going to make it. This could be like, for instance, again, I go back to the idea of starting a business or something like that, right? It's, for instance, you may have been starting a business for the last year or even last 2 years, and yes, you have been doing it by yourself. Right? People may not have believed in you, or nobody was there really to help you. This is also the energy of Five of Pentacles. It could very well be that you had, you may have come out of a job or some other kind of career or business that failed, or that crumbled, or that you left, or that didn't work out. And ever since, you've been kind of clawing your way up with this new path, right? This is an example of what I'm talking about with this energy. But yet, it's been a rough road, but you've really believed in yourself with that Seven of Wands. You know you could make it. Nevertheless, it's been slim pickings, right? Because sometimes it can take a year or 2 or 3 to build up a good business. And in the meantime, while, you know, the rest of the world is seeing you starve, you're having to plug away because you're having to have confidence and bravery and courage to keep working at an idea that for a long time really may not come to fruition, right? And you have to live through the lean times, and you have to live through all those days of people naysaying, etc., etc. Now, you may still be, I'm going to say for some of you Leos, you're still kind of in this phase, but you're also in this really wonderful love connection with somebody. And this part of your life, you're not wanting to impact this part of your life. Okay? This is why I pulled the clarifying cards, because then I can go deeper and really understand what's going on. The Lovers are really at the back of your mind. You know this is a soulmate connection, and you want them to be on the journey with you. Right? You very much want them to be on a journey with you, and you know that this journey is going to be great. Any minute now, you know it's going to take off, right? And you want them there for it, but you don't want to lose them in the meantime, right? Because they may be still seeing you struggling right now, right? This may have been a love connection that you have gotten into while you've been on this path, and your person has still perhaps only been seeing you struggling, working away, plugging away, like the wife of the inventor, right? Or the girlfriend of, or the boyfriend of the singer, you know, whatever. This is not gender specific, but you know what I'm talking about, right? And yet you still feel very strongly about it, and you still feel like, you want them on this journey, but you simply don't want them on this struggle poor part of the journey, because you don't want it to affect the relationship, right? Right? So let's get right into this one. Four of Swords. You pull back and you try to take some strategy, and here's the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords talks about futility, and especially futility in communication. And it could be that for up until recently, there may have been a little bit of miscommunication with your lover. There may have been a little bit of sort of power play or power disagreements, right? Because of this situation, right? They may be feeling a certain kind of way because you're working so hard on it, or because you still don't have the money that you keep saying you're going to make, or it could just be that it could just be that you feel like, there's certain moves or certain things that you've said, and for some reason you know what I mean? It's still not working, right? It's still not working. Seven of Swords is futility. It's like, you're trying to accomplish something and it's not happening. And I think this may be just a little bit of a communication issue, right? Or communication about money issue with your lover. And so this is one of the reasons why you're trying to pull back and strategize as well. What is the next best move to make? It could very well be that this Seven of Swords futility is just how you've been feeling with your business. You may have been feeling that with this area in your life, the pressure, although you've been showing a lot of valor and courage, the pressure has been a little harsh, right? And you may have been trying a lot of things to push it along, and maybe most recently, I'm going to say, it may have felt quite futile. It could be related to that as well, because I find it difficult to see any real communication problems here with your relationship. So it's hard for me to feel that this sense of futility is with regard to your relationship. I want to say it probably is very much with regard to how you're going to be handling this financial situation. Nevertheless, what comes through, and this is what I'm saying about December coming in and being a month of reward for everyone. While you are strategizing, and right now you may be at your end of your rope in a certain way, right? You do end this period, this mid-month towards end of November. You end this period still feeling a little bit unsure, right, of your stability, still feeling threatened. But what comes in? The Ten of Pentacles. Wealth comes in. The abundance comes in, the blessing comes in, it works out. Everything that you have worked for, and this is what I'm talking about, this December period being a month of bringing blessings. For those of you who have been working away at a project, working away at a business, doing, and I'm not talking about those of you who have been working away at something that is unrealistic, or, I'm talking about those of you who have really been conscientiously going through the ups and downs of working towards something, and you have really been doing all the things that you're supposed to be doing. You've been staying true to your center, your moral center, your spiritual center at the same time. I'm not talking about people who've compromised or cut corners or sold people out. I'm not talking about toxic energy. I'm talking about healthy energy. But for those of you who have been walking that walk and have been going through a lot of difficulties, the readings all are pointing to the same signs that your blessings and your rewards are coming in now. They're coming in now this December at 2019. And 10 of Pentacles right there shows you that the wealth is coming in. And I wouldn't even be surprised if your next month's readings show a lot of signs of victory and of completion happening. This is once again a really, really beautiful reading, and the union is strong. And you, Knight of Pentacles, by the way, remember the Knight of Pentacles is maybe one of the slowest knights in the deck. Yes, the opportunity that he brings, or the goal that he's trying to attain, may take a long time for him to reach, or for a long time for it to come in, but it is sure, because the Knight of Pentacles is the surest knight in the deck. Maybe not the quickest, but he will arrive at his destination. And oftentimes the Knight of Pentacles comes in to reaffirm that you will reach your goals. Beautiful reading, Leo. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like, subscribe, and share. All of that helps me grow my channel. Don't forget to check in the description for all of the lovely readings I have for you this month. We have full moon readings, 11/11 snapshot into your soulmate connection, weekly readings, and of course the overall Leo November love reading. But for right now, I'm going to say, Leo, have a wonderful month and look forward to a lot of good things to come. Bye-bye, guys.